dubs in the chat, on time stream, on time, let's go. I started the stream at 3 o'clock on the dot. Twitch was having technical issues. It never works twice in a row. But I was on time, on three on the dot. I was ready. 2 minutes later, effing with this live stream ish. If you had like an old VCR camera, you could just push record and it's ready to go. This gosh darn technology. Oh well, that's the rant. That's the beginning rant. It's Thursday. You know what that means. We got the notes. We're taking notes. We might remember some ish. Unlikely, but it could happen. Yeah, we live. Let's start the show. Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo hoo. Today's episode is brought to you by Domino's. No brand loyalty around here. Nobody. Loyal to nothing but the money. They're paying me more. The other brand should have stepped it up. The Philly Phil Twitch Show is brought to you by, sponsored by viewers like you and generous Cash App donations. Philly Phil Twitch Show. Philly Phil Twitch Show. The Philly Phil Twitch Show. Single mother shocked men only want to sleep with her, not date. I feel like we are stuck on the single moms. When will we ever get out of this single mom section? Tune in next week to Dragon Ball Z. Domino's. Eat more Domino's. Stuff your face with a slice of Domino's.
Okay, you really want to comfort me, brother, and say that single moms are easier? Well, let me explain something to you, okay? Number one, we're single moms for a reason, okay? I think that reason is because we dated an asshole like you. So, what that means is, do you think our standards have dropped? Is it trying to help? No, sir, they've actually very much raised. And the reason for that is because we are not going to go through the same shit that we just went through, okay? Number two, brother, number two, I have a child.
They're easier to get in the bed. They're easier to rough up in the rough sack.
No, okay, to look out for. So this child, I will protect with all my being at all costs. You think I'm going to let some random dude who has bad intentions near my daughter or in my life or near my sphere at all if he's not even me? No, not happening. The bar's up here, brother. The bar's up here.
Okay, guys, so she's telling us that she won't date assholes anymore. She has standards now, even if she's a single mother. Okay, let me show you a video that she posted 2 days after this video. Okay, she's crying, and on the picture it says, not ChatGPT, casually dropping truth bombs. That reminds me, my type is actually just unhealed trauma. So she probably put in ChatGPT what she's looking for, and what she wants from a man, and ChatGPT told her that those men are toxic. But she just said that she knows what she wants now, and she's not going for assholes anymore. Okay, let me show you another video, guys.
You know what's really funny about girls and like girlhood is that we can give each other advice about our shitty relationships all day long, but then when it comes to ourselves and taking that advice, that's what I snort.
Okay, guys, so as you can see, she admitted that she can give advice about men all the time, all day, but she doesn't take her own advice.
Lastly, you think we have this?
Because they just yap. Women's whole thing is just to yap, and just talk about the situation or problem, but never fix it. They just want to yap about it.
Time? No, we have a lot.
If as a man, if there's a problem that I can fix, we got to find a solution and fix the problem. Anything beyond me is, well, it's beyond me.
Less time. Our time is so valuable and so precious because likely we are rarely ever getting time alone. Do you think we're gonna waste our time on you? Absolutely not.
Okay, man, but why would a single guy waste his time on you, man? Especially because you're a single mother, and especially because you don't have the time for him. He's not a priority, so why would a single guy want to date you, man? They will lie to you and just try to sleep with you, man. That's the truth. That's what most guys would do.
Now, if he's like a busy guy who really doesn't have much time, then maybe that works out for him. Like, she doesn't need a lot of time, and he doesn't have a lot of time. Like, that's the only scenario I see that working out.
Ooh, man.
We are very selective with our time. We have to be. I responded to this man and I said, I've never been harder, which is true. I've never been harder to get because my standards are up here. I'm not repeating the same shit again, and I have a daughter to look out for. So I'm very selective with who I allow into my space, into my life.
Okay, her standards are up here, but her dating market value is like at the bottom.
My energetic field. Just wanted to give you some
energetic fields. Okay. By the way, guys, do you want to see why she's not with her ex, with the baby daddy anymore? Let me show you.
You just have this like deep sense, like this inner pulling, nagging, tugging that you're settling. It doesn't even necessarily have to be like a list that you have as to reasons why. You just have this deeper knowing or feeling that you're settling or that there is something better out there for you.
Okay, so he wasn't the go-getter, like, he wasn't trying to get more money. He became like stagnant, and you know what I'm saying? He was comfortable at his little 50,000 a year or whatever. Oh, but you're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? I know it's 50,000 now, but you're supposed to be like a millionaire next year. Oh, you don't want to be a millionaire? Oh, I gotta go. It's what it's giving. Clock it.
As I told you before, guys, women are not rational, they're emotional. And if they feel a certain way, they can leave that relationship or that marriage just because of how they felt. By the way, guys, stay tuned again because there is a very funny video at the end that I want you to see.
You don't give a about no funny videos.
I'm pretty sure mine got hit by a bus.
I think my favorite thing about myself is I don't waste energy trying to get even. I leave. If you
don't
do
give
wrong,
up.
you're never gonna see me again.
This is my impression of a man who you've had weekend plans with for weeks on Saturday morning of. So you have anything fun planned this weekend?
My controversial take on dating in your 30s is having a boyfriend makes you less interesting and less cool. Not because dating itself is not cool, but tell me why the hottest girl bosses always end up with men that look like a sack of potatoes.
Okay, man, let me explain why. Because in their 20s, they prioritize school and career and having fun, and now that they're 30, 35, man, and they want to settle down, they can't find a man. They can't find the man that they want. So they settle, because only those guys want to take them now. And there is another reason, man. Girl bosses are very masculine. A masculine guy wouldn't want to date another man. So probably they're dating feminine guys.
What's not cool is settling for men that won't even text you consistently throughout the day, because when is willingness to carry on a conversation a green flag?
Alright, think about this. You know whenever there's a guy that's texting you and you don't want to talk to him, you will take hours to respond to him, you won't answer him, he's like double texting you, and you're just like, oh my god, like stop texting me, like I don't want to talk to you. Now, think about the guy that you're waiting to hear back from that doesn't answer you back for hours. That's so depressing.
I just saw a video of a
So it's only depressing when it happens to her, okay?
girl talking about the fact that she hates when people say that she got lucky with her husband, and she explains it by saying, you know, you can get lucky with your parents, you can get lucky with having healthy children, but choosing a partner is something that is so within your control that it's not luck at this point. And I technically agree, but I also think that there's a caveat because when you're making that conscious choice at 22 years old and then you're 29 or 32, you look back and I don't know if you're going to agree with that conscious choice you make then.
We are seeing so many men who are objectively competent and successful, but a great example of that is, you know, Jeff Bezos should not be, I think we can all objectively say, Jeff Bezos being with a woman who's been married, 3 times, been with several professional athletes, you know, that's who you choose to marry is madness.
And it's not even that. Let me just show you a clip, guys. Can you see how she looks at Leonardo DiCaprio? She doesn't look that way at Jeff Bezos, even though he has more money. She is starstruck by Leonardo DiCaprio. How can you act like that as a woman when your boyfriend or husband is next to you? You just look like a 3
We're
or 4.
getting divorced that same night.
Guys, don't be deceived that she settles for.
Why are so many men falling into this? What do you think's going on here? I think that these basic concepts of the regular teachers, just no one's ever told this. Like, that men have kind of been told to not have standards, actually.
Yeah.
Like, man having standards is misogynistic. It's like, controlling, whatever you not want to be a fellow.
Guys, I can prove this so easily. Anytime I say anything about a woman, and a woman sees my videos, the first thing that she does, she says I'm a misogynist.
But with that woman, that's misogynistic because you have a stand of being inclined.
Okay, you know people are like, oh, if you treat her really well, she'll lose respect for you. Let's break down the logic here, shall we?
Why would any mentally sane person lose respect for someone who respects them and understands their value?
Well, if she doesn't lose respect for you, then she'll get bored because you're too not toxic, and then she'll find something toxic so she can get the endorphin brain chemical fixes.
Because most women are
The
emotional,
endorphin hits.
most women are emotional, and because most women act on their emotions. So if they feel a certain way, they can leave. I just showed you the first woman that left because she thought she could do better. Why didn't you think that man before having a kid with that guy?
I would lose respect for someone if they didn't treat me with respect. Because, like, I know.
Guys, I just showed you that video with Jeff Bezos. So she got one of the most richest guys in the world. And instead of being happy, and instead of, I don't know, being so grateful that she has a man, a husband like that will do anything for her, will buy her anything, what does she do? She acts like a 3 or 4 on camera, and is starstruck by Leonardo DiCaprio. And she smiles.
I know, she's supposed to have some class.
So I just proved you wrong, man, with a video like that.
She was ready
so she
to
does
go.
everything for her, and she acts like a 3 or 4.
You gotta tell she's
Because
gone.
women are logical.
Domino's. Best pizza out. Get you a slice. If it ain't Domino's, I ain't eating it.
Average guys or below average guys oftentimes will get trapped in a bad relationship because they feel like they don't have optionality. And honestly, they're not entirely wrong for thinking that way. Like, average guys don't have the feeling that, like, they can just go and meet another girl. It's a journey. Every single time they're single, it is a journey to get back into a relationship.
Yes, this is true. But guys, I can promise you, if you get in a relationship with the wrong woman, you will feel 10 times more miserable than you when you were single. So don't get in relationships just because you're afraid of being alone.
But if you're an attractive guy, your experience of dating is probably more similar to that of women. You can afford to be picky. You can meet a girl who's cute, who finds you cute, who's sweet and funny and all this stuff, and you can just be like, I'm a little bit bored. I think I'm gonna go single again and meet another girl. That sort of thinking is basically unthinkable for average or below average guys, and because of that, they'll find themselves in these scenarios where they finally met a girl, and she's halfway decent for them, but she's not a great fit, and she's actually kind of controlling or actually kind of treating.
If you average or below average, you might as well get you a little $20. Keep a little $20 in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? They going. It's Pittsburgh prices is $40. Don't let them gas you up. I owe $300 for an hour. Girl, you want this little $40 or not? Wasting my time.
Treats them like shit or brings out the worst in them,
Or crazy.
but they stay with her.
Okay, I'll be there in 15 minutes.
They stay with her because
Don't let the word game win. It's $40.
Yeah, guys, I don't care if you want to go with that woman, go with that woman. But then you don't get to complain what that woman did to you. Or you don't get to complain that you lost your house, or your kids, or whatever.
I posted a video about guys not knowing what they want with threes, and let me tell you, the comments have me like shook. The amount of men saying they don't want to get married because they don't have to take care of a woman is like absolutely mind-blowing to me. Like, love is dead. It's dead.
For anyone that's listening,
Okay, we don't want to take care of women because they're not women worth taking care of. They're not virtuous. They don't have their V card. They're ran through. Them soccer games that they watching in the World Cup, like their whole team of players have ran through a woman. She don't cook. She don't clean. She give you attitude, and it's this feminist thing is like they have to make women better than males, and they have to lie. It's like women are stronger than men. It's like we like clearly just arm wrestled, and we could like get the facts, but like they just lie. Like they paint the narrative. Like no, they gotta lie that women's stronger. That's what I'm getting at.
listen to men in the last decade, this should not be surprising. Because let's face it, ladies, men are no longer to expect anything from a woman in marriage. Because when they talk about expectations, especially on social media, they get put through the ringer. And that has leaked into the real world. Like, men have a lot to lose when it comes to relationships, especially marriage. They are
Like men are talking about the facts. Women are just trying to lie about the facts to make it like they're equal. Oh yeah, a woman could produce spermies too.
expected to give without
It's like,
requiring
no, you
or wanting
can't,
or
man.
asking for anything in return. A lot of men that have experienced that feeling in a real life relationship that he's been through, he has decided to remain single rather than put himself through that again. And honestly, what he sees on social media just reinforces that. It's really only until he finds a good woman in real life, he finds that unicorn, that will ever be broken down. And
It's so simple. If you want a guy that supports you, that does everything for you, you have to be a woman that wants to do everything for him. If you think cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids is too much, while he goes up,
You don't gotta do everything. You just gotta do the things that he doesn't do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all should be a puzzle piece. He does this, and everything he doesn't do, you do, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all just fit together.
to work and pays for everything, then you shouldn't get married, man. Get married to your job.
that does happen occasionally. But for the rest of the guys, they would rather be single.
Why do you think there's so many?
If I'm at a barber shop cutting hair, and I can't sweep because I don't know, my fingers is blah, 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 blah. I can't hold a broom, and then she should be sweeping up the hair. You know what I'm saying? How we work together.
30s, almost 40s, are married and not having kids. Because the narrative that I'm hearing from women on my side is that they're not even willing to leave. How can a woman want to submit to a man who can't leave himself?
So first and foremost, expectations are going way too high.
Like I cut hair with the razor in my mouth, get real up close and personal on your with the hairline. Oh, and so I ain't got no hands. My wife, she gotta brush up the hair.
No one believes actually. You're looking at like what men really want to do.
Man, what men want from women has stayed the same for thousands of years. Only women want different things from men now, man.
woman. It's not like high expectations. What do you really want to know? Most of all respect and peace. So a woman that doesn't argue with them and don't disrespect them. I say that's most of the things, but like what does disrespect look like for you?
The paradox of women wanting a leader is even if they find that leader, they don't want to submit to him. They don't want to follow his leadership.
That's a more expansive conversation. For example, does your woman go to the club? What's insane to me is that people can sit across me, I really want to find one. I'm like, okay, we just sacrifice them to the club. No, of course not. How stupid could you sound? And you literally have to sacrifice going and two-stepping in a disco for 18-year-olds to like potentially find the love of your life.
Yeah, or giving up Instagram. They don't want to give up Instagram to be in a relationship with a man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It hurts my heart. It really does. When a woman sits there and thinks it's more important for her to push her beliefs of how important her girl's 21st birthday party is, like a joke, doing a it breaks. Like honestly.
Guys, do you want to know something that really grinds on my gears?
Okay.
Now, are we ages? Why are we not being clear with what we want from people? For example, if you don't want something serious with someone, but you know full well that that person does want something serious, why would you want to waste your time?
Ideas, whatever, idealistically, whatever the word, is you want a wife and the kids and the family, and you know what I'm saying. But you might see that this woman isn't qualifying for that, but I'm still just going to string her along for a good time, for fun times.
And also their time.
Because they're trying to sleep with you, man. So they're going to lie to you and then...
Like, you don't qualify because you didn't qualify for the wifey, but I'm still going to keep, you know what I'm saying, until I find wifey.
Do exactly what you want to hear, and then sleep with you, and then ghost you.
Like, on a serious note, what's happened to like transparency and honesty and at the
Well,
end?
you ghost her if she doesn't provide any value. Like, if she's just completely worthless, it's like, okay, you're just a drain, you're a leech, get rid of her. But if she's doing like anything beneficial, then you know you keep her around.
These are like 30 plus. Why are we not just telling people what we actually want from them? Because then what ends up happening is
You
that
keep her around until you find the woman who's showing wifey qualities.
person turns around and says that the other person is causing them grief and stress, but you haven't been clear with that person with what you wanted from them. I just think we need to stop disturbing people's peace if we're not interested in having anything serious with them.
Okay, man, but why do you always put the blame on the other person? I understand it's not okay for the guy to lie to you, but it's your duty to see beyond the lies, to see the red flags. Why? Because, as you explained, you're the one getting hurt. You want something serious, and he doesn't. So
It's like I would tell them the truth, but like if you don't qualify to be my girlfriend or wifey, it's like then I really don't care to like give you, you know what I'm saying, the closure that you're looking for. Oh yeah, I'll never elevate you because of this, but it's like you're not even worth me doing that.
isn't it on you, man, to know how to spot the red flags and see beyond the lies?
Just leave them alone and let them get on with their life and be happy. And let them go and find someone that does want something serious with them.
This happened in the first 2 weeks of the relationship. I really, really like this girl. She drank a glass of white wine. We're watching TV. We were watching what she wants to watch. It was like a science show. And then an advert came on, and there was like women in bikinis in the advert. And then she just turned to, she looked at me, she said, "Why are you looking at that?" Because the TV's right there. We're both watching it. What do you want me to do? A stack full of lies. I can't believe I've seen this. So what do you want me to do? She's like, "You shouldn't be looking at that." I was like,
Again, proving my point that women aren't logical, they're just emotional.
"You put this on. I'm not responsible for what the advertising is. What's your body count?"
Probably like 100.
Okay, hold on. You said you got involved with an older guy. You were together for 2 months, and the first night you guys hooked up, what happened?
We may have did a little too many drugs and I got knocked up. I decided to have an abortion because I didn't want to have a kid.
What about the STD?
Oh yeah, so that's a crazy story. So imagine getting knocked up and then you also get chlamydia from the guy. That's all that happened. That's just like normal. I'm sure you had chlamydia.
Should a guy pay if he takes you on a date?
Yes.
You expect men to like pay for dates, do chivalrous stuff. I would just point out you're not a lady. You don't deserve it. You're an active worker. You do fans. You do hard
Just
work.
go on
You're
free
a
dates,
two
nature walks.
smushed into your face. You've had at least one admitted STD.
Can you see what she's doing with her tongue? She actually enjoys hearing this stuff about her, instead of being ashamed. Guys, if you want to date a woman like this, you then can't complain that she did all those bad stuff to you. Because she's not marriage material, she's a 3 or 4. Why are you dating 3 or 4?
3 or
You
4.
want abortion and you do drugs. If a man should be chivalrous, the woman should be virtuous. You don't deserve it.
304.
Everyone married, getting divorced, finding someone, and getting married again. And the whole time, I've been single.
Because people rush into relationships, because people don't know how to spot the red flags, and they marry people they shouldn't have married. Because people are afraid of being alone, so they just settle. That's the problem.
I've literally seen girls that broke up and then already a year later, 2 years later, found someone else. And
Man, that's a long time. They find somebody else after a week, after 2 weeks.
already getting married. And I'm like, wait a minute. Am I broken? It's been 4 years, you guys, since I'm in a relationship. That is such a long time. I haven't even started, to be honest with you guys. I think because I was in a relationship for such a long time, my entire 20s, that I can really just appreciate now being in my 30s and growing independently. I think this type of freedom and peace, like I've become so comfortable. Because if you've gone through a breakup, a hard one, I am so afraid to ever put myself in that position again. So I'm just like, now I've become so tunnel vision.
Oh, I'll
and
put her in a position, all right.
I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I'm in my 30s, I'm in my life. These are the thoughts that run through my head all the time.
Yeah, guys, this is another big red flag that you have to know about. When a woman has been single for a long time, they get used to being single, and their standards just go up, so she won't compromise on anything. If you're not exactly the way that she imagined you in her head, if you're not perfect, it won't work, guys. So if you see a woman that has been single for a long, long time, just let her go, because that's why she's been single, guys. There's something wrong.
So this is an update on cutie and boyfriend.
So you have to be some perfect. You have to be a woman's perfect image in her head, but like a man is just we just accept whatever it is. Oh, okay, this is it. Okay. Sometimes she drools a little bit when she talks. Okay, I'll keep a napkin. It's cool. Come here, get your little drooly over here.
It's cooked. It's weird because we've only been out a few times, but it feels like much longer than that. I feel like we've been consistently talking at least every day for 2 months now, and I see him at the gym all the time. So it feels like more than just like a few dates.
By the way, guys, in case you don't know, I made a video previously on her. She's a single mother.
Basically, long story short, we kind of like had a conversation about just the phases of life. that we're in, which has been my concern from the beginning. I think my concern was always that he is young. He's 26, never been married, no kids, and so he's living a life that a 26-year-old should be living, right? Which is just like kind of focused on himself and his work, and then like going out with friends on weekends and just kind of like a no pressure dating headspace. I feel like I'm coming from a place of my time is valuable. At this point in my life, I'm dating with intention because I'd like to be married again someday and maybe have more kids someday.
Okay, man, and why did you think that a younger man would want to marry you, man, especially when you're a single mother? He just dated you, man, because he couldn't get women his age.
And I'm not 22 anymore. I think what's so weird about situationships ending is I went through a divorce and I was married for 10 years.
I can smell the desperate on it. You can smell the desperation.
A shared child. I'll be kind of unaffected by anything from now on.
Like fava beans.
Situationships are hard because they're still so kind of like early on that like you can't really see all of the bad qualities of the other person.
No, man, let me explain. There is nothing to gain when a woman is in a situation. Only men get to gain from that, man. Why? Because they get to sleep with you without commitment. And most women can't be in situationships without attaching themselves to the guy, without emotions. When you sleep with a guy, you get emotional, you get attached to him, man. And secondly, why would a man want to be in a situationship with you and not into a relationship with you?
A lot of these women not getting attached after you,
and that guy doesn't see his
put them
relationship
to the
with you. He
mattress.
just wants to sleep with you.
It's kind of weird.
He's younger and you're a single mother. So he's out of your level. That's why it hurts more, man, more than your 10-year relationship.
I just put you through the mattress. All right, bro. Catch you later. I'm going to go get me some, you know what I'm saying, some Dominoes. Like, dang, like no pair bonding. No tight pair bond. No cuddling. All right. Get this juices from my crevices.
She's younger and you're a single mother. So he's out of your level. That's why it hurts more, man, more than your 10-year relationship.
I hate being a man. It is the source of all of my problems. Male 26. Life is going fine otherwise. Have a good education and a good job. Have hobbies and interests. Live a functional life. Except I'm single and hate being a man. Here's the thing. I've never been in a relationship. In part because it is written. Women are the employers. Men are the job seekers. Men have to do all the work and take self-esteem hits. Women can just go sit around and twiddle their thumbs and receive offers and value and worship day in and day out for his due date. Because of this, men end up having to settle for losing deals, which I have refused. I'm an educated professional who overcame several challenges to get where I am, who is good with kids and has not slept around because I wanted a life partner with a special someone. Another educated professional who has not slept around and is also good with kids, or something equivalent. I could have had that if I were a woman,
Always
but
sleep
instead,
around.
since I'm cursed into being a man,
You got one life to live.
Rather, I'm expected to be with someone who makes less due to male provider role, is worse with kids, has worse
I'll
with
catch that STD. You ain't number one pill, 2 shots.
How am I supposed to be happy in such a relationship, knowing I'm being exploited? I bring a lot to the table and deserve what I put in.
Gargle,
If I were lucky enough to be a woman, that
mouthwash.
would not be a
You'll
problem.
be alright.
My God, why are you complaining about being a man? Do you think that complaining about being a man will change anything? Yeah, life is not fair, so what, my guy? Do you think that complaining about this stuff will make you more attractive to women? No, it just makes you sound like a weak, whiny man, my guy.
Valued for
Yeah,
existing.
he was
had a
giving
line
some
of followers, and could be a man who brings more to the table.
derogatory
5 years
words
ago,
I
we
can't
were
say
perfect
on this
as we were. We
platform.
were perfect for each other. She was smart, ambitious person with good values and good with kids. We were foils of each other. But because she was more privileged, she quite likely rejected me. Because unlike conventional wisdom, it is actually women who are more shallow than men. Men care about vibe and fit. Women care more about looks.
My guy, you care about vibe? This is why I tell you guys, she's weak and pathetic. I can read people by the way that they talk. You think you're smart, you think you're educated, but you're not. You're just a whiny, weak man, my guy.
Status, money, hypergamy.
Yeah, I
And
could
since she was
probably do
an attractive rich
this.
white girl, while I was an average-looking, visible minority,
Patootie.
middle-class guy,
Why did you even go for a woman that has more money than you, my guy? If you were smart, as you say, you would know that she wouldn't go for a guy that makes less money than her. So you just prove to us that you're not smart, my guy. You just think you are.
I failed the LMS hypergamy, so she rejected me despite how perfect we were for each other.
You think you were perfect for each other. She didn't. And now you're petty. You talk exactly like a woman. We're just going to skip this video because it's very stupid.
Oh my God, I'm so tired of men. Like, why do men?
Not gonna lie, I wanted to skip the video at the end, but he's actually a win video. I effed this creator.
You know, like,
Yeah.
okay, so like, I went on a date with this guy, and he takes me to a coffee shop on the first date. Like, what? Okay. This girl on TikTok said if a man takes you out to anywhere except a 5-star Michelin restaurant on the first date, he's not serious about it.
Of course.
And he's gay.
Oh, yeah, of course.
No. This lady on TikTok said dates aren't about getting to know each other. It's about social media validation. Dating nowadays is all about how a relationship looks to strangers on social media.
True.
Yeah. Women on TikTok say, if a man isn't trying to make you feel validated for others, he's not into you. And he's gay.
Of course.
Yeah, and the man wasn't even 6'6". Like, ew.
How
He
dare
was
you?
only 6'2". What? Like,
Dang,
this is
he's
what
only
I said
6'4".
on TikTok. If a man is under 6'3", he's not serious about you. Or himself. And he's gay.
Okay, so I'm 6'2", so I'm not gay.
But he's also
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Like, girl, I have 5 kids with 7 different baby fathers. But I'm not looking for no man with kids. That's a no. If this lady on TikTok said, if a man has kids, he's gay.
Of course.
Are any of you women married?
No. Not a single one. Women who are married are not getting any relationship advice on TikTok.
And are gay.
None of it. This lady on TikTok said, if a woman is married, then the man is not serious about you. He's gay. He's gay. Just gay.
I'm going home.
Gay.
Yeah, guys, this sums up the majority of women giving up on TikTok, while they're single or single mothers and they can't find the man that they want. But they give younger women advice on how to find the dream guy. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, you gotta put a little comedy because that black pill rage comes creeping on, so haunting every time. And as I stared, I counted the webs from all the spiders. All right. It was about single mothers, at least the beginning part. I don't know. The rest of the video, more single mother-ish. I wrote a note. I've been staying up on it, chat. What's the word for like doing things in a row, like chain of events, like progress? She instantly regrets divorcing her husband and gets humbled by Chad. Cuts off and it looks like a woman. And on the video, he pumped and dumped. Okay. Next video, look at these BBLs. The internet is talking. And the words on the video, who lied to them? Oh, it's probably bad. I passed on good men for a dope boy. Consequences. Words on the video. She picked a criminal. Now she's crying. Okay. I'm not getting good relationship vibes. She got evicted after he stopped paying the rent. Interesting. I want to go straight to the BBL. BBL. Who was that one chick who's like dumb, superficial, and she looked like the saw thing in the face? She was sitting at a seat and her BBL was like hanging out the seat. It was like, ugh, just like saggy diaper booty. Yeah, that's what that reminded me of, that video. She instantly regrets divorcing her husband. Well, that's good. We can see how she divorces her husband, loses the house, loses the car, loses the kids. Oh, then I gotta pay bills. It's hard. I don't know. That'd be a video that I would want to see. The BBLs. I just talked about the BBLs. Look at these BBLs. Internet's talking. So it's probably about a bunch of like nasty BBLs. Hopefully, the video I was talking about would be in that. Just like botched surgeries. That's what I'm thinking. I passed on good men for a dope boy. So okay, so she chose unwisely. She got evicted after he stopped paying, and that's like yeah, things have consequences. So which video do you think we're gonna pick? Today's video pick brought to you by Domino's. Domino's. I ate it all, pal. If you would have picked, she got evicted after he stopped paying the rent. Oh, if you lost, you like take a shot, and if you win, you like smoke some green or whatever you smoke.
Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host Rhett. Again, video today from Anthony Spade.
Walk over the bank, you can't check, and now get shit outside.
When other people are paying your bills, you kind of need to act right.
Why then are you talking about being paid rent?
Another day is another eviction.
Everybody.
This is why when people say buying like houses and renting them out and stuff is like so
I
popular.
like this creator.
Yeah, it also can be a
Win
nightmare.
pick. Good video.
That's why you don't do that shit in California, right? That's why I don't even have a house in California. I have businesses, but I don't even have a house.
The lots change and everything
Just renting.
suddenly disappears. Watch how each situation get worse than the last, because once the eviction notice shows up, there's usually no coming back.
What's up, man? What's going on? I was here 2 weeks ago and it hasn't gone down. What's the plan? You don't have the money? I mean, so there's 2 things you can do. One, we can take this to evictions, and then like 2 weeks, constable will show.
See, even then, like, you have to take it to evictions, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Like, this man gets to live in here for like a whole extra month for free.
and you can't even really do anything about it as the owner.
Well, you guys probably lose it, or you guys should just move out this weekend. And that way you don't have an eviction on your record, and then we just top it up and leave the place in good condition, and that way we don't come out for any damages.
This is the conversation nobody wants to have because by this point, there aren't really any good options left. The best outcome is just figuring out which mistakes hurts less. Just when you think maybe they'll work something out, reality shows up where,
I mean, there's a lot of landlords that are actually decent people. They'll try to work with you, but if you keep dodging them and not paying, what do you expect them to do?
the badge.
No,
Or it's simple. Maybe you are even evicted.
I'm not evicted. I need to get access to stuff.
I'm not giving you access. I just let you know.
I need to get
I just want to let you know right now. At this point, it doesn't seem like we're trying to get anywhere, and I really don't want to escalate to the next level. You've been properly evicted.
Listen,
May I speak, please?
I've been getting
May I speak, please?
around for like almost 8 years now. It's 8 years.
Okay, I'm just going to explain to you as simple as I can. They
You know, the whole, like, oh, I've been such a good tenant for 8 years. Yeah, I've also been a good landlord for 8 years. That's why you stayed, right? So, like people feel so entitled because you bought with them or, you patroned them for a long time. It's like, yeah, but they also provided you service and goods that whole time also. It's like a give and take. You know that, right?
Okay, you went to the court. Your access, which means you've been properly evicted, which means you no longer have any temporary rights to this place. If you would like to grab yourself, you can call it in the right right now.
Relationship advice.
And you're not on the property, so I have to ask you to leave the property.
Hell video.
At this point, the argument isn't even with the apartment anymore. It's with the law. And arguing with reality has a pretty terrible winning percentage.
No, we didn't get the full minute. And he was like, "You to the crib, we just wanted to cook dinner." That's why I pulled up, restaurant, busy, that's nice. And when you went to the bathroom, my people had mad mail on your table and shit. And I was being nosy, and I saw an eviction letter. Word. So I went down to the management office, and they ran off for me the next month.
Little light work, you know what I'm saying? And she probably strategically placed that on the, you know what I'm saying, so he could see it. Dominoes. Better than that stuff I was talking about Tuesday.
You did what? You just happened to see the eviction notice on her counter, and then you went to go pay it? Please tell me his brother just didn't just do that. What?
And he was like, "Oh, I appreciate it. I first know who did it. I told him to let you know. Like, it was me, right? That was on Monday, and I didn't hear from you all the way till Friday. What's going on? He was like, "Oh, I was stressed. I didn't issue my dad was I was busy all week. Stressed about what? Your rent is paid. Your rent is paid." So I called the bank and canceled the check. And now your shit outside.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if the brother made the right move. I would assume no, because he's trying to
She wasn't appreciative.
pay for our fucking rent off a chick that he barely knows. That's awfully
So like that was the plan, the whole thing. Like she threw it on his lap.
obviously a red flag right there. But the man canceled the check because she ghosted him. I mean, to each their own.
Now, that's the plot twist no one expected. The rescue mission turned into a cancellation notice faster than the free trial subscription.
You don't make no money. No job.
I don't make enough money. I don't make wow.
You barely make any money. I'm pushing us through.
The truth comes out. Wow.
I'm pushing us through. You ain't making nothing.
The truth comes out, don't it? Look at that. Look, get on my face. I told you that. Get on my.
Well, why are you even with him then?
I told you get on my face.
Women just love to just get out my face. And what does she do? Literally,
She's
get into his face.
Told you to get on my face.
So she's making more money and she's more masculine. Like she's squaring up to fight with him.
I'm not the woman.
I told you to get on my face. And then if I
Fight nigga.
if I do something,
Fight nigga.
then if I do something,
You think I'm scared of you?
then if I do
Do
something,
you think I'm scared of you? Nigga, I would you up.
If I feel like I have to do all of that to somebody, I don't want to be with them. That's some shit. It's not even worth it.
She's like threatening him. And he's like, why do you want to be with this guy? You don't even like him, it seems like. But you like him.
it's gonna be a
I
problem.
don't you up in here.
Yeah,
You
right.
ain't to put me out in the street.
Is it we
You
gonna?
see all that shit like you know what homeless is?
But it's
You
gonna
know what it means to be homeless on the
It's
street?
gonna be. We gonna make.
Wow.
It's gonna make
When's the money gonna come from?
it.
I asked you.
I don't
This
make enough
month
money.
to next month.
But you
to
see
get
that-
PlayStation 5.
You think because you do what you
I understand Christmas, but it's wait.
you think that you do
I
your
thought that was for a kid and not for him, because like, if you can't pay rent, why the hell you buying a PlayStation 5?
Your emergency budget somehow includes a brand new gambling
Hey, it's his money. You want to buy a PS5? I support it.
The next conversation isn't going to end peacefully. If you think this is the worst financial decision in today's video, don't go anywhere. The next few clips somehow raise the stakes.
He want to buy a PS5 over the rent. I support it.
You know, I had dumb friends that literally, when we were younger, like 18, 20-ish, like would go splurge.
A PS5 is a tangible thing. Like when you pay the rent, that's it. You just use in a box for a period of time.
On their credit card or debit card, and then the next day call in like fraud and get all their money back for rent. Shit like that. Ridiculous.
Even higher. And even one of them may be the most unbelievable excuse yet.
My man won't even talk about we pay rent. We might get evicted.
First of all, we have 30 days. Okay, I give you 30 days.
I gave you money to take care of everything.
So, okay, we have a grace period. My brother's about to get locked up. What you want me to do?
You got paid for it.
Notice how the conversation changes from the rent is paid to
It's like
here is why it isn't. The deadline doesn't move because the explanation gets longer.
Yeah. Sometimes this is a skit, but this actually probably happens very, very often.
Water. You know what? We probably can work something out. We good. I'm just dealing with right?
Come on, bro. Cheeks aren't worth all this. It's not simping over cheeks.
I can't pay bills. I can't pay my job. Nothing.
Wow, 40 hours rule. It's not that serious.
You think the job was free? I can't get a job. It's like, keep moving.
Listen, I can't do this right now.
No, this is not how it happens, right? Fuck this.
He doesn't even wash the dishes.
At some point, it stops sounding like a relationship and starts sounding like somebody's reading complaints to apartment management, and somehow we're still not done.
Basically saying, like, you want to start helping me with bills for like 2 months until I get back on my feet.
What do I look like?
She knew what you look like.
I don't like I pay bills.
Well, all right.
You like my girl, right? You love me.
I'm not your girl. I'm your baby mother.
We go to sleep later. I live here, you live here. I pay the bills here. I've been paying the bills since we moved here.
Okay,
I hold you down.
Yeah, imagine thinking you're together and she refers to herself as just the baby mother. Holy cow. Women are so cooked. Oh, jeez.
So, I'm probably getting back next week, so what you about that since your money all of a sudden?
I mean, right now, I'm not in a position to spend $10,000 on Chanel bag. We got
You
$10,000.
better get in the position before somebody takes your position.
Now the conversation jumps from struggling with bills
Women really think they can replace a man that can just buy a $10,000 Chanel bag. Shut the fuck up.
straight to luxury handbags. That's one of those terms you couldn't predict even if you tried.
Please, somebody take my position.
I'm not about to, I'm like, bro, I'm not going to 50 on nothing.
I'm just saying, I'm
just saying.
I'm invested tens of thousands of dollars. But this is also your fault, brother. You chose this. You picked this, and then you shoved it in and blasted right into this. There's a lot of processes.
Gotta have more decorum.
Hey, man, we're going to get money. I never asked for that. All I'm asking for right now. Hear me out. Free talk. I just told you.
Why are you explaining? She already told you, bro. She told you. She's a gold digger. You were broke. She gonna leave you.
We'll do some shit right now. Time is hard. No, we're my business. Let me talk.
Sometimes the hardest part
Pack
is
the bags,
help
man.
find
Get her out of
out
there.
support only goes in one direction.
So young man said that his baby mama contacted him and told him that she needed him to help her with her rent for a few months because she lost her job. And he said, "Don't you have a man?" And she said, "Yeah, I have a man, but I also have your daughter. So I need to know you can help me for a few months." He said,
Just using their kids as fucking pawns.
"No." And she said, "Well, that's I have your daughter here. I need you to help me keep a roof over her head." And he said, "Well, I can do better than that." He said, "She can come stay with me for a few months until you get on your feet." She said, "Why would I do that? Why would I let her come stay with you when I'm going through something and all you have to do is help me pay my rent?" He said, "Don't you have a man?" She called him all type of broke.
Yep.
Everything she could think of, she called him. He sat there patiently. He listened to her. And then when she got done all that fussing and cussing and bashing him and all that, he said, "But you called me for help." He said, "So again, I can offer you this solution. I will come get my daughter and I will keep her safe until you get on your feet." That's he said, put in a household.
That's a completely different solution.
And shout out to the brother. Held his ground, as it should be. It sucks. It sucks because it feels like you're punishing your daughter doing that also. But there's kind of no other way.
Then the one she wanted, whether you agree or not, you
She
already
was
know
using
she didn't
her
have
daughter.
anything to say about it.
Hey, can we talk?
So,
I don't have my half of the rent this month.
for real?
Yeah.
So what we gonna do?
I was seeing if you could do something about it.
I can't do that. I ain't got enough money for my half. You really ain't got yours?
Well, I don't know what to do. I couldn't make my half of the rent.
Everybody be homeless. We got the place to rent. They gonna kick us out. I didn't have an eviction on my rent.
Okay, you doing too much. It was a TikTok trend.
A TikTok trend.
I mean, I thought
Like, this is a skit of the trend, making fun of the trend, but this skit is fucking solid.
you would be able to show me, like, you would cover my half, like, all the other skip.
It's just like, if you were struggling to cover your half and you couldn't do it, you just think the other person is just balling out of control? Why do you think this?
Big guy on TikTok.
Well, baby, this ain't TikTok, and I'm not those type of man. I work at Target. I don't have enough money to pay for rent. This is California.
Wrong topic, wrong time, wrong audience. Rent is one of those things you probably want to verify before turning it into content.
A lot of people's rent is at least $2,000 plus. Most people only make like $3,000, $4,000 a month. Rent is most of their paycheck.
My bad.
And then splitting bills, yeah, kind of necessary.
My man might come through for me.
So you got it for real?
Yes, Cornell. I have my half.
You sure?
Yeah, we good.
I was about to say, I ain't trying to get homeless and end up on Skid Row. You feel me?
Yeah, me neither.
Next, send it to me today. Just to be sure.
After that little experiment, trust levels dropped to zero. And speaking of staying longer than expected, the next guest completely forgets what temporary means.
But you told me not to come get on
For 2 months as a friend. Now you overstand your welcome and you losing it. We return and red bottoms and no luggage, baby.
I'm not getting about to my niggas about this. You know, you let me take a risk.
Your man just bought you that, but he couldn't just pay rent for you or get you an apartment because that luggage, if it's real, holy cow, it's like $5,000, $10,000.
Free, like, what's the problem?
That's the problem. You know what you're saying?
You told me not to come get on
For 2 months as a friend. Now you overstand your welcome and you losing it.
I'm not using
You are using me.
You're not asking me anything. You better ask me something. You have to ask me.
Okay, I'm asking you for something right now. To take your A in your bags and get right back out that door and call him and tell him to pick you right back up. So wherever you just left from, you can go back and you can say, I can mail you your stuff wherever you go.
I literally have nowhere to go. You know I.
Okay, I'm confused. I ain't got nowhere to go and your man can afford that.
I also agree with that. Hey, the person that owns that is, the house is reasonable. This is actually very logical and reasonable. Wait, your man was able to buy you like $20,000 worth of shit right there almost. I don't know, maybe with Louis Vuitton bags, red bottoms.
It's all D money. It ain't no pay bills money.
And the luggage, just like, you can just pay for
It ain't nothing signed in your name money.
rent $4,000 rent for an apartment real quick, or what? Here.
Dominoes. I didn't check the time of the video. I don't think we're gonna finish this video, chat. Oh, L on me. L on my part. I went off the title, not the length. Pause.
Every story so far has been somebody trying to avoid reality. In the next section, reality catches up once from shelters to DoorDash to people realizing that
But you know what? Also, you realize, look at that broke, dusty, musty, crusty. Still able to get men to buy her shit. Doesn't even have a house to stay with. Stay with a friend. Still able to work men. This is how simpy men are. We're just so simps. We don't care if they make money. We don't care if they're bums. We should at least care if they're bums. Come on now.
work nonstop isn't enough.
For the people who don't know that are new here, I am. Well, this is a little update because I haven't done any videos in a long time. I was in shelter this morning. I basically got kicked out. They told me that I make too much money to stay here. I've been working for 2 weeks and my check was only $500. I don't understand how the government act like they want to help people, but they really don't. So I asked how long I had to leave. They said, hey, you got to get out. They told me this as soon as I woke up. They didn't give me no type of warning, no nothing. Just get out. I can't even touch none of the money because I just opened my account and they had my check on hold for a week. On top of that, now I'm back sleeping outside. You feel me? Like, this one sucks. It sucks. This brother is, he's trying. He's trying to do his thing. But the system doesn't really help men out. It's more set up for women to get out of the poverty and everything. For men, it's just kind of fakely there. It's like a facade.
I don't.
That's the part no one expected. Finally getting a paycheck doesn't always mean you're finally catching a break.
I made 10 DoorDashes in the last 2 hours. And guess how much I made? Guess.
$2.
After gas, I made a whopping $24.76.
That's pretty good. Like, why did you like making this face? Because if you calculate that, that's $24.76 an hour minus the gas also already. So you're still making pretty good money in a sense. Yes, you had to drive a little bit more. You had to do 10 DoorDashes, but you still averaged out to be $24 an hour.
Not even.
She's a big bag. She could have carried it on her back like a mule. Alright, the first video was about single mothers. That's all I wrote about that. This was
A whole 25 hours. Like, I can't even get my own food DoorDashed for 2 hours.
Yeah, because you're stupid. Like, this is the problem of convenience. People think that convenience should be for everyone. No, convenience is made for rich people. Rich people spend their money on convenience to make their lives easier or to do whatever the fuck they want. Poor people, we just gotta put in a lot more work and less convenience in life because we can't usually afford the convenience. Like shredded cheese, we can just buy the cheese and just shred it ourselves and save a lot of money. That's convenience, right? That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, when I moved to Cali from Texas last year, I really thought that I was gonna be living my California dream. I got my full-time job, I got health insurance,
I should be buying blocks instead of shredded.
to live a comfortable life, and it just feels like I can never.
That's why you gotta have Asian
like I'm
friend.
literally clocking into my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5. Hold on, I got order. I'm just
Okay, so this video was worth that little gem.
I got my degree, I got a job,
Little
I got
nugget.
rent and bills and student.
See, people just thought that they're just supposed to just get a degree and get a job. No, you're supposed to plan out other things. You're supposed to plan a career, something that you want to do, and work towards that career, and then get good at that career, and then excel in the career, and then make good money in the career. That's the plan. Not just, let me just go to college, and then I should just be okay. Let me just find a job after college, and I should just be okay. That doesn't work that way.
Loans and groceries and gas, like, it just feels like I just cannot get ahead.
When you're working 2 jobs and the math still doesn't work, that's where frustration starts sounding less like complaining and more like exhaustion.
And it's like these billionaires who have never had to love 5 Big Mac meals with drinks.
You do realize a lot of these billionaires were broke, dusty, musty crusties themselves when they started, right? A lot of them. Maybe not a lot of them, but a good chunk of them, maybe. Right? Like, maybe not so much like, Elon Musk, but Jeff Bezos was a brokey. There's a lot of brokies that became billionaires because they worked hard.
Up 3 flights of stairs, it feels like if they are making money hand over fist, something has got to give, and I feel like it needs to be them, because I'm tired. All right, the billionaires need to start opening their pocketbooks, because I can't afford to keep on opening mine.
Again, just because they make a lot of money, they should just hand their money over to people. I don't agree with that, because just because I make good money, I pay taxes already, now I should hand more money to people because they're doing worse than me, but I worked hard and to get to where I am. Like, again, it's like people advocate for communism and socialism so much. It's just, what incentive is for that man to ever, or that person to ever want to be a millionaire, billionaire, if you guys just want all of his wealth?
Meanwhile, somebody else is about to discover that the biggest financial problem isn't income, it's the people living in your house.
So am I the wrong one now that my daughter has graduated and she's 18, I told her that she has to start paying rent. She has to pay for all her own activities, her gas, her food. I told her that I will do a...
See, this right here sucks, because this makes women harden, right? The mother is not able to soften the daughter's life by keeping the daughter fed and protected and, clothed and everything during this time before she can...
Or you can teach her responsibilities, pay a little, you know what I'm saying? $20 a month.
Find a man, or find, her splitting. So women are just going to get thrown out there and not have that support that they used to have. Remember, back in the day, women didn't get thrown out in the woods, right? They were stayed with their parents until they got married. So they were well taken care of. Unlike nowadays, where 18-year-old daughter, you better be paying rent, you better be doing all...
I charge my daughter like $1 a month.
These women don't get to live that comfortable life like they used to, so now they're hardened women.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner thing, but anything in
Alright, check the time. Got about another 30 seconds.
between or other than that she needs to decide or contribute to the food herself. Any and everything else is now her responsibility. Her insurance is so that she is required to now get a job and go to school. I told her that...
See, again, being a parent, you want to give your kids the best chance possible. Liberty, neutral.
Dominoes. Well, I guess that's where it ends. Catch you next week.